السلام عليكم. الحمد لله وكفى وصلاة وسلاما على عباده الذين اصطفى. I have a short story for you. Actually, it's not short. It's very, very short. And after this story, I will follow up by a question. There was someone who was lost in the desert. There is no water. There is no, food. There is no market. There is no restaurant. Nothing there. Just desert. So suppose that he will die in that desert. What do you think the strongest reason that will kill him? Maybe you will say, well, because he did not drink water. No, that's not the answer. That's not the strongest reason. Maybe you're gonna say because there is no food. No. Well, there is an air, he can breathe. Fantastic. But there is no food, there is no water. Are these going to kill him? No. What's the strongest reason that it might kill him? The answer is, the strongest reason that could kill him is not water, is not food, is not, anything physical. He will probably die because he does not know, or he does not know where to go, which direction. If he was in a desert, he cannot aim for a goal. He cannot find, the street, or he can't find the village, or there is no direction that he's going through. He's aimless. He can just go right and left. This is more painful than being thirsty for 3 or 4 days. This is more painful than being hungry for a week or 2. So if he got an answer, if he knows where he will go, for example, he will go east and he will walk, for example, 50 kilometers or 60 kilometers. If he knew this piece of information, he will probably, I think he will probably 80% chance that he will survive. But why did he survive? Because he has an answer for a survival question. So I have some questions for you. Imagine our life is like this desert, okay? With the exception that, we have trees, we have cars, we have houses, ACs, fans, blah, blah. But if we do not have a compass, if we do not have a direction that we are going through, and if we do not know what will happen when we walk from point A to point B, if we do not have an idea, we might be aimless. We might be going through directions that we do not know. And this situation will be very similar to the situation of the guy who died in the desert. So I'm trying to show you your direction. Of course, I do not know anyone's direction. I just know my own direction. But I have tools. I have tools that makes everyone decide his direction and aim it and go for it and walk through it. The tools are, in one word, questions. You see, smart people are not the people who have answers. Smart people are the people who create questions. Finding an answer is very easy. Finding a good answer is very easy. But finding a good question is too hard. Just imagine Isaac Newton was sitting under the tree and the apple fall from the tree down. Imagine only Isaac Newton look at this and he asked himself, am I hungry? Then he will just stand up. If he was hungry, he would just stand up, pick the apple and eat it. But what did he ask himself? Well, he looked at the apple and it fell down, and he asked himself why it fell down. What's the reason? This question opened a light on his mind, and he started searching. And he searched, and he searched, and he searched. After that, he created something called calculus. And then he discovered the universe physics. He discovered the 3 laws, the most important laws in physics. All of this happened because of one question. See, these questions are very, very important. So I have some questions, and I'm not actually looking for a specific answer. If you want to answer the questions, yes, of course, go ahead. I will read it. But the most important point is, I want you to think about these questions. I want you to think about it thoroughly and deeply, okay? I want you actually to think about these questions and create another questions. I'll write it down. I love reading questions. So the first question is, why did God create the universe? What's the reason? I'm not asking about how. I'm asking about why. Why did he create the universe this way? Why did he created atoms or created molecules or created, stones, sand, sails, snails, forests, trees, clouds, skies, mountains, earth? Why there are volcanoes, earthquakes, disasters? Why there are beautiful things? Why there are bad things? Why there are animals? Why there are vegetables? Why there are fruits? Why? Why? What's the point? This is the first question. The second question is, why are you born this time? Why you were born in that environment? Actually, I'm not asking for how. I mean, how did you born is very easy to answer. The answer, creating baby, is very easy. I'm not asking about how. I'm saying, why did you burn this time? Why you were born on that tribe, or from this country, or from other country? Why now? Why do you have male body? Why do you have female body? Why you are not the other sex? Okay. And the last question is, actually these two questions are enough. So please think about it. Create another questions, write it down, and send it to me. I'll be very happy to read it. And if you have answers or comments, just write it down. I will read it. Thank you.